Picture this. It's late at night, and you just want a simple bag of chips. That's literally it. Nothing fancy, just a quick snack to satisfy a late-night craving. So you open up one of those ultra-fast delivery apps because, hey, it's convenient, right? But before you know it, you're throwing items into your cart like it's the end of the world. Now, you didn't suddenly get hungrier. Your brain didn't just short-circuit out of nowhere. What actually happened here is that you walked straight into a highly sophisticated digital trap.
See, it all starts with a perfectly simple, rational exchange. The actual logical cost of your craving is exactly this, 50 rupees. At this precise moment, your prefrontal cortex, the logical decision-making part of your brain, is fully in charge. You know exactly the value of what you want, and you're making a calculated, fair exchange of money for calories. It's a solid deal.
But then, literally 60 seconds later, you hit that checkout screen and boom, the total has exploded to 400 rupees. You are suddenly about to spend 8 times your original budget on things you didn't even know you wanted when you opened the app just a minute ago. I mean, did you magically develop the appetite of a bear waking up from hibernation? Absolutely not. Your psychology was just hijacked.
Welcome to the world of dark patterns. These are the invisible traps you're actually up against. Now, to be clear, these aren't just accidental glitches or quirky app designs. These are digital user interface traps, engineered down to the absolute pixel by teams of behavioral scientists. Their entire job? To manipulate your psychology and practically force you into overspending. These quick commerce apps are marketed to us as pure convenience, but under the hood, they're built to function exactly like a casino slot machine.
So let's look at trap number 1, the scarcity illusion.
The very first tactic in this corporate playbook is completely bypassing your logical brain. They know that if you have time to think, well, you have time to close the app without buying anything. So they just remove time from the equation altogether. You've all seen this screaming red text, right? Only 2 items left, or a timer frantically ticking down, 059, 058, 057. This isn't just a friendly alert, it's an outright assault on your nervous system. That flashing red text literally triggers our evolutionary fear of missing out. Deep down in our lizard brain, scarcity equals danger. The app is artificially simulating a crisis to make you feel like if you don't act right this very second, you are going to lose out forever.
But here is the massive secret they really don't want you to know. That urgency, it's almost always a total lie. That 2 items left warning usually isn't pulling real-time data from some local warehouse database. It's often just a static loop of back-end code, literally just a random number generator spitting out a digit between 2 and 5, specifically designed to create artificial panic. They are straight up lying to your face using basic math.
And as this graph shows, the math proves exactly why this lie works so incredibly well. When a fake timer is introduced, your decision window shrinks down to just 12 seconds. That panic literally shuts down your prefrontal cortex. You stop looking at the prices, you completely stop doing the math, and you just stare at that ticking clock. It forces a frantic, emotional purchase instead of a rational choice, simply because your brain hates losing way more than it loves saving.
Moving right along to trap number 2, the Roach Motel.
Now this trap beautifully builds on your already panicked state. Getting into the transaction takes one effortless click, but getting out? That's intentionally blocked by digital friction. They execute the absolute kill shot by stacking invisible taxes right at the finish line. Look at this. Your 50 rupee base price is suddenly hit with a 15 rupee handling fee. Then, out of nowhere, a 35 rupee surge or rain fee, even if it's perfectly sunny outside. Oh, and then there's a pre-checked donation box. They automatically opt you in to pay more, forcing you to do the hard work of figuring out how to opt out.
So, why on earth do we fall for it? It all comes down to visual hierarchy. These extra charges are deliberately hidden in microfonts, placed strategically next to a massive, glowing, literally impossible to miss pay now. You end up accepting these hidden fees because, frankly, your brain is already exhausted from the fake countdown timers we just talked about in Trap 1. You just want the stress of the transaction to end, so you hit that big green button without even reading the fine print.
Which brings us to trap number 3, the dopamine casino.
So think about it. Why do we keep coming back if we know we're constantly getting ripped off? Why does checking out feel so inherently addictive? It's because these apps aren't just selling you food or groceries anymore. They are selling you a highly engineered chemical reward system. They literally have casino mechanics embedded directly into the user interface. First, you have the real-time 2D map tracking. Watching that little vehicle icon inch closer to your house actively builds anticipation. Then you've got the pull to refresh deal drops. Did you know that physical swiping motion is virtually identical to pulling a slot machine lever? It's wild. And finally, when your order is placed, what happens? You get a burst of digital confetti and a deeply satisfying ding.
To put that in perspective, waiting 3 days for a normal package gives you zero dopamine. It's just boring. But that 10-minute quick delivery burst, that right there is an instant dopamine jackpot. These UI choices are highly deliberate triggers designed to release a massive flood of neurochemicals in your brain. Like I said, you aren't just buying groceries anymore, you are paying for an instant dopamine hit.
Okay, so how do we fight back? Let's talk about the countermeasure, the 10-minute rule.
We aren't just here to admire the trap, right? We're here to completely dismantle it. How do you beat a system engineered by billionaires to exploit your biology? Well, you fight back with your own biology. Let me walk you through exactly how to short-circuit their dark patterns, step by step. Step 1, the app flashes a red timer and tries to create artificial panic. Step 2, you close the app instantly. Don't even look at the cart. Step 3, set a physical timer on your phone for exactly 10 minutes. And Step 4, physically walk away from the screen, get up, and go to another room.
What happens during those 10 minutes is pure biological magic. By removing that visual trigger, your cortisol levels naturally drop back to normal. Your prefrontal cortex, your logical brain, boots right back online. When you return to the app 10 minutes later, all of that artificial panic has completely cleared. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're going to realize you didn't even want the item in the first place. You just saved yourself 350 rupees by literally doing nothing.
So now that you know exactly how your phone is hacking your wallet, I have a very real question for you. Will you actually use this 10-minute rule the next time you shop? Or are you just going to let them keep stealing your change? The choice is entirely yours. If you want to keep breaking down the invisible systems running our world, make sure to hit subscribe. We're dedicated to bringing you more high-density, high-quality knowledge explainers exactly like this one, with absolutely zero fluff. Stay sharp out there, and I'll catch you